What's going on, everybody? It's BC9 for XYZ here, and welcome back, everybody, to the ABC Murders. Now, what's weird is that we're already... This is kind of strange to say this, but we're already at 21%. Kind of surprised. I've only recorded an hour of this game. The old Agatha Christie games took way longer than this, but that's quite alright. So let's head into Scotland Yard. Shall we?
Jap appears to be snowed under.
Interesting. Piles of files.
Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
The next victim's name will start with a B, that's for sure.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Well, here we go. It's probably going to be murdered.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
I hope the game gets harder as the time goes, anyway. Guess let's walk over.
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town. Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture, although personally I prefer more modern buildings.
I agree. Let's head down to the beach. Oh boy. Another murder.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock. And we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
Why?
I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot.
Certes.
Oh, I guess let's go check out the murder. Seven things to observe.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
Let's take a look. B? Yep.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange.
Yikes.
Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath.
Bathe.
The young woman was
Oops. Sorry.
either the murder. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth.
Yikes.
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
Weird.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. How was the victim killed? Victim was strangled. Yep, not surprised.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright. Common points between the two. Yep. Same person, definitely.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
So our new objective is to identify the victim, huh? How do we do that? Is there anything over here? There is something.
There is no doubt about it. Bexhill has one of the most beautiful beaches in the area.
Oh. Interesting.
This hut is locked.
I wonder.
The key does not fit the lock. The key does not fit the lock.
Let's try this one.
The key does not fit the lock.
Six. This is upside down. 715.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
I already found the code. It's going to be 715. There we go. What's in here?
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an
Elizabeth
establishment
Barnard.
that must be slightly further along the beach.
Elizabeth Barnard, huh?
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Jap has gone to the police.
There we go.
The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
I love Poirot's sense of humor. He's so funny. Anything? Nope. Alright. Seems like the only thing that we can do right now is just head up. What is this?
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Aha!
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken. With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving.
Indeed. Alright, let's head.
With all these tourists, Hastings appeared.
Alright, let's head in. Shall we?
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Okay. If you say so, hun.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
I love how there's ego points for this. So funny. Alright, let's observe her.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat. This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Interesting.
This page won't help me. Where is Betty? Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve? No, this person is not the last. Interesting. Betty was... This page won't help me. No, this person is not the last one to have worked. Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? No, this person is... Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she... These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty? This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a single man. No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these 2 times. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a family. No, something's not right.
Sorry.
This bill may have... Betty wasn't serving on her own at these 2 times. Let's keep searching.
What?
Maybe I should consult the register again. I must be missing.
Wait a minute.
Where is Betty? Interesting.
Betty was alone between 5 and 7:30, which means that she served someone between 5 and 7:30.
Most probably a single man. A whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? This bill may... Most probably a family.
Interesting. There we go.
Betty served a family and a man on his own. A whiskey
Sorry.
drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Does she not care about... Okay.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
I find young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't tell me that. A few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine what my customers must have thought.
I hope for you that it was an isolated incident. It must be difficult to keep a respectable establishment if your staff show themselves to be so shameless.
The young man only made a scene the once. Jealousy, no doubt. It must be said the young girl was very pretty.
Thank you for your time, Mademoiselle Mérion. You have been of great help.
Cool.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So we're just gonna exit, and we're gonna just get to Betty's house and then call it a video quickly. I don't know how far we've gotten in the game. I mean, it said 21% on the main menu, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're close to the end. Yeah, I don't know how. So this was Betty's home here. Okay. Hercule, let's go around. Thank you. Here we go. Now it's dark.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do.
All right. Let's see where this brings us.
My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Alright. Well, we have a new objective, but we'll be doing that in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time on the ABC Murders.